Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of The Brew Log. I'm your host Andrew Hoyle, and tonight we're going to be talking about a beer from Rights Brewing Company located in Marysville, Washington. That beer is Lucinda's Blueberry Blonde Ale. So without further ado, let's get into it and let's get this thing started. Okay, so we'll start out here with a little bit about Rights Brewing Company. Like I said, it is one of my new favorite breweries, and it is local to me. I do live in the Marysville, Washington area, and they're pretty much right down the road to me. So I stop in there pretty frequently, and I always enjoy the atmosphere that's in there. They have a great tap room, plenty of seating for the family, dogs. I've seen them quite frequently in there as well. And just recently, they actually have a pavilion or a covered area in the back of their taproom brewery that you can come, you can sit and enjoy a beer with your friends or family. There's food trucks there quite frequently. And also, I think they have some cornhole boards set up out back as well. So yeah, let me read a little bit about of Rights Brewing Company, and then we will go over Lucinda's Blueberry Blonde Ale. So before we get too far into the overviews of both the brewery and the beer, I do want to let it be known I am not sponsored by Rights Brewing Company at all, and I did personally go out, buy both of these beers, buy the glassware, and buy the mini jug here as well. So with that being said, let's get into the overview. Located in the historic Cars Hardware Building in Marysville, Washington, Rights Brewing Company is an award-winning, family-friendly brewery and tap room. We are passionate about good beer, family, and our community. We get our name and mission from the care and detail of the nursing community around the country. Every nurse needs to learn the 5 rights: the right patient, the right medication, the right timing, the right dosage, and the right method. It's all about providing quality care and making sure every person is treated exactly right. We take the same approach to our beer. We put a lot of attention and detail into making sure we have the right water, grain, yeast, hops, and ultimately the right beer. Our goal isn't just to make the right beer that you'll love to drink every time, but to create a culture of care where you are always welcome and treated like part of the Rights family. On the right side of the screen is their phone number, location, and hours of operation. And then as we scroll down, you see 2017 Washington Beer Awards Small Brewery of the Year. Now, this is their website. It is 5rightsbrewingcompany.com. Or sorry, not company, just 5rightsbrewing.com. And then over the counter, you have some of their selections and their prescription or seasonal beers, as they like to call it. So yeah, there's a little bit about Rights Brewing Company. Now let's get into Lucinda's Blueberry Blonde Ale. Now, as I poured this out, you do get a very fragrant blueberry smell, which is absolutely awesome. On top of that, after that blueberry kind of subsides a little bit, you do pull a lot of that blonde ale smells to it. You do get the hops, almost a little bit of a tart hop smell to it. Not so much piney resinous, just kind of a tart smell. And that could also be the blueberries that accompany that smell as well. This does smell very, very good. If you've ever smelled a blonde before, it does kind of have, some of them have that kind of tart smell. So you'll know what I'm talking about. So with that being said, that's all the sense I have on this. I raise my glass and I toast to the brew venture of finding new brews, to good friends, and to easing the stresses of life away. Cheers, everyone. Let's give it a drink. Okay, so taste profile of this. You do get blueberry. It's not quite as strong as you would think it would be. Very much so a blonde ale with blueberry accompanying. It's quite crisp and extremely refreshing. This would make a perfect summer ale. Now, it is part of Five Rights prescription beers or seasonal, and so it is intended to be a summer beer. As I read about it, it is very crisp, very clean, and I do like this beer quite a bit. I'm liking the fact that Five Rights didn't try and go too heavy with the blueberry, so it lets you get a full taste of the blonde ale that they made with an accompaniment of blueberries. Okay, so that was my take on Lucinda's Blueberry Ale. Now let's see what Five Rights wrote about their own beer, and this information came from Untapped. Fruity, crisp, and dry. One of the favorite Z Nation tribute beers, and what's become a go-to summer prescription. The Lucinda's Blueberry Blonde is back on tap. Fruit forward, but still crisp and dry. This delicious, easy drinking ale will captivate you as only Lucinda can. Classification is a fruit beer. ABVs are 4.7% and the IBUs sit at 18. So now, anybody that doesn't know what an IBU is, that's International Bittering Units, which means that the beer is going to be more bitter as the numbers get higher, and it's going to be less bitter as the numbers get lower. And for the ABVs at 4.7%, that's fairly low. So in reading what Five Rights had to say about it and what I had to say about it, we were pretty close. It's a very, very good beer. And I would definitely suggest, if you're anywhere in the Marysville location, stop in, say hi to the people at Five Rights, and maybe catch yourself a Lucinda's Blueberry Blonde. That's going to do it for me tonight, folks. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like and subscribe. Stay safe out there, support your independent craft brewers, and I'll see you on the next episode of The Brew Log.